Welcome! Today, we're diving into the world of calorie deficits and the many myths that surround them. Whether you're trying to lose weight or just curious about nutrition, understanding what a calorie deficit truly means is essential. Many people believe that simply eating less will guarantee weight loss, but the reality is far more nuanced. In this video, we'll break down the most common misconceptions and provide you with clear, science-backed information. Let's start by defining what a calorie deficit actually is and why it's so important in the context of weight management. A calorie deficit occurs when you consume fewer calories than your body needs to maintain its current weight. This forces your body to use stored energy, often resulting in weight loss. However, the process is not as simple as just eating less food. Factors like metabolism, activity level, and even sleep can influence how your body responds to a calorie deficit. It's important to understand this basic concept before we tackle the myths that often confuse people trying to manage their weight. One of the most persistent myths is that all calories are created equal. While it's true that a calorie is a unit of energy, the source of those calories matters a lot. For example, 200 calories from a sugary soda will affect your body differently than 200 calories from a serving of chicken breast. The nutrients, fiber, and protein content in foods can influence how full you feel and how your body processes energy. So, focusing only on calorie numbers without considering food quality can lead to poor nutrition and unsatisfying results. Another common belief is that the larger your calorie deficit, the faster you'll lose weight. While it's tempting to drastically cut calories, this approach can backfire. Severe calorie restriction can slow down your metabolism, cause muscle loss, and even lead to nutritional deficiencies. Sustainable weight loss is best achieved through a moderate calorie deficit that you can maintain over time. Remember, slow and steady wins the race when it comes to healthy weight management. Many people think that simply exercising more will automatically put them in a calorie deficit. While physical activity does burn calories, it's often not as much as we think. For example, a 30-minute jog might burn 200 to 300 calories, which can be easily offset by a post-workout snack. Diet plays a much larger role in creating a calorie deficit. Combining mindful eating with regular exercise is the most effective approach for weight loss. The idea of starvation mode is often misunderstood. Some believe that eating too little will make your body stop losing weight entirely. While your metabolism can slow down with severe calorie restriction, your body does not simply stop burning fat. True starvation mode is rare and occurs only in extreme cases. For most people, a moderate calorie deficit will not trigger this effect. It's important to focus on a balanced approach rather than fearing your body will stop responding. Carbohydrates often get a bad reputation in the world of dieting. Some believe that to achieve a calorie deficit, you must eliminate carbs entirely. However, carbs are an important source of energy, especially for active individuals. The key is to choose complex carbohydrates like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, which provide fiber and nutrients. Cutting out entire food groups is unnecessary and can lead to nutrient deficiencies. A popular myth is that eating after a certain hour, like 8 p.m., will cause weight gain. In reality, weight gain is determined by your total calorie intake versus expenditure, not the timing of your meals. While late-night snacking can lead to overeating for some people, the time you eat does not inherently cause weight gain. Focus on your overall eating habits and calorie balance throughout the day. Supplements are often marketed as quick fixes for weight loss. However, no supplement can replace the fundamental principle of a calorie deficit. While some products may slightly boost metabolism or suppress appetite, their effects are usually minimal. Relying on supplements instead of focusing on diet and exercise can be both costly and ineffective. Always prioritize whole foods and a balanced lifestyle over shortcuts. Many believe that targeting specific body parts with exercise will reduce fat in those areas. Unfortunately, spot reduction is a myth. Fat loss occurs throughout the body as a result of a calorie deficit, not just in the areas you work out. While strength training can help tone muscles, it won't selectively burn fat from your belly, thighs, or arms. Focus on overall fitness and healthy eating for the best results. Fat has long been demonized in diet culture, but eating fat does not automatically make you gain weight. In fact, healthy fats are essential for hormone production, brain function, and nutrient absorption. The key is to consume fats in moderation and choose sources like avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Remember, it's the overall calorie balance that matters most, not the presence of fat in your diet. Some people think that skipping meals is an effective way to create a calorie deficit. While it may reduce your calorie intake temporarily, it can also lead to overeating later in the day and disrupt your metabolism. Regular, balanced meals help maintain energy levels and prevent binge eating. Instead of skipping meals, focus on portion control and nutrient-dense foods. Cardio is often seen as the go-to exercise for weight loss, but it's not the only important factor. Strength training helps build muscle, which can increase your resting metabolic rate and support long-term fat loss. A combination of cardio, strength training, and flexibility exercises is the most effective way to improve overall health and achieve a calorie deficit. Tracking calories can be a helpful tool, but it's not always perfectly accurate. Food labels, portion sizes, and even tracking apps can have errors. Additionally, your body's absorption of calories can vary based on food type and preparation. Use calorie counting as a guideline, but don't stress over minor discrepancies. Focus on overall patterns and consistency for the best results. Some people believe that metabolism is a fixed trait and there's nothing you can do to change it. In reality, factors like muscle mass, activity level, and even sleep can influence your metabolic rate. Building muscle through strength training, staying active, and getting enough rest can all help support a healthy metabolism and make it easier to maintain a calorie deficit. It's a common saying that you can out-exercise a poor diet, but this is rarely true. Exercise is important for health, but it's much easier to consume calories than to burn them off. For example, a single slice of pizza can contain as many calories as an hour of running burns. Prioritizing a balanced diet is essential for creating and maintaining a calorie deficit. Some people think that as long as they're eating healthy foods, calories don't matter. While nutrient-dense foods are important, they still contain calories. Overeating healthy foods like nuts, avocados, or whole grains can still prevent weight loss if you exceed your calorie needs. Portion control is important, even with the healthiest choices. It's easy to overlook the calories in drinks like soda, juice, or even coffee with cream and sugar. These liquid calories can add up quickly and sabotage your calorie deficit without you realizing it. Always account for beverages in your daily intake and opt for water, herbal tea, or black coffee when possible. Many believe that a single cheat meal will undo all their hard work. In reality, one meal won't make or break your progress as long as you return to your healthy habits. Consistency over time is what matters most. Allowing yourself occasional treats can actually help you stick to your plan in the long run. Some people think that being in a calorie deficit means you have to feel hungry all the time. While some hunger is normal, constant hunger is a sign that your deficit may be too large or your meals aren't balanced. Eating enough protein, fiber, and healthy fats can help keep you satisfied while still losing weight. Many expect to see steady, predictable weight loss every week. In reality, weight loss often happens in fits and starts. Factors like water retention, hormonal changes, and muscle gain can cause fluctuations on the scale. Don't get discouraged by temporary plateaus. Focus on long-term trends and healthy habits. It's true that metabolism can slow with age, but it's still possible to achieve a calorie deficit and lose weight. Adjusting your calorie intake, staying active, and focusing on strength training can help counteract age-related changes. Don't let age be an excuse. Healthy habits work at any stage of life. Calorie deficits are often associated with weight loss for overweight individuals, but anyone can benefit from understanding energy balance. Athletes, those looking to maintain weight, or people with specific health goals may also need to adjust their calorie intake. It's about finding the right balance for your unique needs. Eating clean, or focusing on whole, unprocessed foods, is great for health, but it doesn't guarantee a calorie deficit. Even healthy foods can be overeaten. Pay attention to portion sizes and total calorie intake, regardless of how clean your diet is. Some believe that eating many small meals throughout the day boosts metabolism and aids weight loss. However, meal frequency has little impact on metabolism or calorie deficit. What matters most is your total calorie intake and what works best for your lifestyle. Choose a meal pattern that helps you stay consistent and satisfied. It's often said that you can't build muscle while in a calorie deficit. While it's more challenging, especially for experienced lifters, beginners and those returning to exercise can gain muscle and lose fat at the same time, especially with adequate protein and strength training. Focus on progressive overload and recovery for best results. Some people worry that being in a calorie deficit is inherently unhealthy. In reality, a moderate deficit is safe and effective for weight loss. Problems arise only when the deficit is too large or sustained for too long, leading to nutrient deficiencies and other health issues. Always aim for a balanced approach and consult a professional if unsure. Detox diets are often promoted as a way to kickstart weight loss or cleanse the body. However, your liver and kidneys already do an excellent job of detoxifying. There's no scientific evidence that detox diets help with weight loss or calorie deficit. Focus on whole foods, hydration, and regular activity for real results. Eating out doesn't have to sabotage your calorie deficit. With mindful choices, portion control, and awareness of hidden calories, you can enjoy restaurant meals and still stay on track. Look for grilled options, ask for dressings on the side, and don't be afraid to take leftovers home. When you lose weight, it's not always just fat. Rapid weight loss can also lead to loss of muscle and water. Preserving muscle through strength training and adequate protein intake is important for healthy, sustainable fat loss. Aim for gradual progress to maintain muscle and support long-term results. Completely avoiding treats or favorite foods can make dieting feel restrictive and unsustainable. Allowing yourself occasional indulgences in moderation can help you stick to your calorie deficit and enjoy the process. It's about balance, not perfection. Everyone's calorie needs are different, depending on age, gender, activity level, and metabolism. What works for one person may not work for another. It's important to personalize your approach and adjust as needed for your unique body and lifestyle. Willpower is important, but it's not the only factor in maintaining a calorie deficit. Environment, habits, support systems, and planning all play a role. Setting up your surroundings for success and building healthy routines can make sticking to your goals much easier. Some worry that maintaining a calorie deficit means missing out on social events or gatherings. With planning and mindful choices, you can enjoy social occasions and still stay on track. Focus on moderation, savor your food, and prioritize the company over the calories. Tracking calories can be a helpful learning tool, but you don't have to do it forever. Over time, you'll develop a better sense of portion sizes and hunger cues. The goal is to build sustainable habits that you can maintain without constant tracking. Hitting a plateau is a normal part of any weight loss journey. It doesn't mean you've failed or that your calorie deficit isn't working. Sometimes your body needs time to adjust. Stay patient, review your habits, and make small changes if needed to keep progressing. Enjoying your meals is an important part of a healthy lifestyle. Being in a calorie deficit doesn't mean you have to eat bland or boring food. Experiment with herbs, spices, and different cooking methods to make your meals satisfying and flavorful while still supporting your goals. Perfection is not required for success. Everyone slips up from time to time. What matters is getting back on track and maintaining consistency over the long term. Don't let minor setbacks derail your progress. Focus on building habits you can sustain. Some people expect rapid results from a calorie deficit, but sustainable weight loss takes time. Quick fixes often lead to rebound weight gain. Focus on gradual, lasting changes for long-term health and success. Being in a calorie deficit doesn't mean you have to give up fun or enjoyment in life. Find activities you love, cook new recipes, and celebrate your progress. A positive mindset makes the journey more enjoyable and sustainable. Completely avoiding fats and oils is unnecessary and can be harmful. Healthy fats are vital for your body's functions. Instead of cutting them out, focus on portion control and choosing sources like olive oil, nuts, and seeds. A calorie deficit doesn't mean you have to give up your favorite foods forever. Incorporate them in moderation and adjust your portions to fit your goals. This approach makes your eating plan more enjoyable and sustainable. Willpower is helpful, but building supportive habits and environments is even more important. Prepare healthy meals in advance, keep tempting foods out of sight, and seek support from friends or family. These strategies make it easier to maintain your calorie deficit. A calorie deficit doesn't have to feel like deprivation. With smart choices, creative recipes, and a focus on nutrient-dense foods, you can feel satisfied and energized while still reaching your goals. It's about abundance, not restriction. We've covered a wide range of myths about calorie deficits, from misconceptions about food types to misunderstandings about metabolism and exercise. The key takeaway is that weight management is about balance, consistency, and making informed choices. By focusing on science-backed principles and avoiding extremes, you can achieve your goals in a healthy, sustainable way. Remember, knowledge is power. Use it to make the best decisions for your body and lifestyle.